Motivation is a top must-have when you are grinding your way through post-secondary. Nothing gets you out of bed, on your feet, and out the door like a nice, shiny carrot being waved in front of you. Unfortunately, there are a few things that can stop this process in its tracks. These motivation assassins want nothing more than to keep you in bed, far away from achieving your dreams. The best cure for these bandits is to avoid them altogether. But how do we do this? Brew a pot of coffee. Let's start out the day by counting down the top 10 motivation killers that will come between you and your goals. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all our fresh content. If you like learning with us and growing your mind, please give us a thumbs up. This small show of support helps us out so much and also allows others to find our content easier when they need it. So go ahead and pay it forward. Being envious of others. Have you ever heard the saying, the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence? Of course you have. Well, it's true. It will always appear like someone else is just breezing through the course material. These people have it all together and nothing phases them. When projects are returned, they always score higher. Their comments are always brighter, and they seem to have flawlessly wind-tossed hair even at 7 o'clock in the morning. This is a facade that you are painting to allow yourself to think this other person is just better than you, but it's not true. They struggle just like you do. They feel self-conscious, they have to study, and they stay up all night wondering if they should have done things differently. Use your friends as a source of support and guidance, not competition. If these people are truly breezing through the coursework, consider sharing a study session with them. Lean on each other in areas that you excel in or are weak on. Chances are they revere your work just as much as you covet theirs. Do not waste your time comparing yourself to others and feeling like you fall short. Reinvest all that energy on your own journey and the return will come back tenfold. Not having a support system in place. We can't do it all on our own. Even the most independent and self-sufficient among us need a support system. Having peers around you to provide support and feedback is vital for advancement. Sometimes you just need some words of encouragement on a down day, or a warm body to rant to about a mark that was totally unfair. Without a support system, your progress can wither. We are social creatures, and not being able to relate and really communicate with others, at least occasionally, can cause us to feel depressed. Also, sharing your goals with others can hold you accountable for not only achieving them, but also making real progress towards them. Your friends can also warn you if you are taking on too much or can push you to work harder when you're taking the easy path. Not having a clear direction. If you do not know where you are going, how will you know when you've gotten there? Are you even on the right path? You cannot possibly expect to make any progress if you do not have a clear goal in mind. Set goals, work towards them, and stay focused. Without them, you will just kind of coast from current to current. You can't really expect to be motivated to accomplish anything with no real endgame in sight. Not understanding or falling behind. When we don't understand a concept in class, it is really hard to get motivated to work on it. This is often coupled with self-doubt and the ability to even ever grasp the concept. I have some great news for you though. You don't have to stay in this rut. There is a ton of ways to increase your understanding of a topic and your motivation at the same time. If you find yourself just staring at your textbook for long hours, holding your head in your hands, try to switch it up. Try visiting a TA or the professor on their office hours to ask them to help you with it. If you're really self-conscious about not understanding, don't be. They're professionals and often love nothing more than teaching others and discussing their craft. I do realize that if you are truly apprehensive about visiting or have anxiety about doing it, this might not be a possibility for you at this point. If so, you can also check out a tutorial or even a documentary on the subject to at least try to piece some facts together. You can also ask a classmate about how they understand it. By deepening your understanding of a subject, you will find that your apprehension will soon lift and motivation will flood in. Not having adequate feedback. Lack of feedback can dampen your motivation in a couple of ways. When you receive positive feedback, it gives you the motivation to continue at something that you're good at. Positive reinforcement is an excellent motivator because we just gobble it up and always want more. What makes you feel better than unsolicited praise? Constructive feedback is also a great motivator because it tells us exactly where we need to hone our skills in order to improve. Sometimes the delivery might sting our egos for a bit, but once we have licked our wounds, we can use it as motivation. Make sure you are not only looking at your marks for assignments and tests, but also the comments. Go through and check where you lost marks and why, so that you will not make these mistakes again in the future. Ask yourself, was it my knowledge, my understanding, or my delivery that was lacking? Perhaps you will be surprised that you understand the concept really well, but your writing skills need work. This feedback will allow us to direct our energies to where they need to be during study time. Getting a failing grade on a test or assignment. Nothing kills motivation as quickly or as effectively as a big fat F on an exam or project. If this happens, take a deep breath, center yourself, console yourself, then spin it. How can we use this as a learning opportunity? Did we truly do the best work we possibly could? Is there anything at all that we could have done differently? Did we choose to party or stay up all night playing video games over studying? Did we just read through our math notes instead of actually practicing the problems? Did we do any practice tests? Did we proofread that paper or just trust that it was amazing on our first try? Did we procrastinate preparing for it, then try and cram everything in just a couple days beforehand? Or did we not understand the material and not seek out help? Whatever the reason, we know now that it's not okay and not to do it again. Go to the professor and ask if there is any way to make up some ground. Then, never make that mistake again. This one is probably going to hurt for a few days, so make sure you take care of yourself and use it to propel your future efforts. Do not internalize the negative self-talk that will spring up. It will just do even more harm. Boring content or disinterest in projects. It is really hard to get motivated to do things that you honestly have no interest in. These are called chores for a reason. Don't have your major be a chore. Choose an area of focus that you are genuinely interested in, and then learning the material will be fun. If you are truly fascinated by the subject, class and study time will be less of a chore and more of a journey. Sometimes we are under a lot of outside pressure from friends and family to go into a specific field or specialty. You are really going to need to fall in love with what you do in order to truly excel at it. So in everything you do, be it school or at home, find a personal reason to do it. And in that, you will find the motivation. No leadership or mentor. Having a great mentor can make a huge difference. Have you ever loved a subject and then got to your first class and found a professor whose teaching style you just could not vibe with and it was all ruined for you? Find and connect with professors or TAs that you have a good relationship with. Keep in contact with them throughout your university career so that they can guide you. You will often find that they are very willing to mentor you and will afford you opportunities that other students may not have access to. This is especially useful when you need references for certain classes or internships. The better they know you, the more they can rave in detail about all of your exceptional skills and strengths. They can also be an invaluable source of encouragement and honest feedback. Having a negative mindset. You need to have a mindset that is cohesive with progress in order to excel. Keep your mind positive and forward-focused. Focus on your goals and the milestones that you must complete in order to achieve them. Repeat positive affirmations and believe in your abilities. Do not get stuck in a negative self-talk loop. This will not only deplete your motivation, but also your self-confidence. You must believe in yourself before anyone else can. Not taking care of yourself. You need to take care of yourself. whether that means a bubble bath and a face mask, or taking the time out on a busy day to get your favorite brew from the cafe. Indulge yourself just a little. You deserve a reward for a job well done, and you are allowed to console yourself when you did not live up to your own expectations. Taking care of yourself, both inside and out, should always be a priority. Neglecting yourself will lead to burnout and low self-esteem. These will compound any existing problems that you may be experiencing. Whatever the reason, or just schedule a day to do nothing but you. Take care of yourself and your needs. Are you guilty of any of these? Or is there a culprit that I've overlooked? Leave them in the comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video. If you are so inclined, give us a thumbs up so we know you want more videos like this. Also, check out our website to get exclusive content and study materials. Just click the link in the description. Or, since you're already here, check out our study hacks and our organizational tips playlists to help you stay on top of not only schoolwork, but life as well. Be absolutely prepared, absolutely confident, absolutely stunning, with absolutely studying.